Welcome, this is Anywhere and Anything Else. Thanks for joining me on this video here. We're going to be checking out the teaser trailer for Superman. Oh, I think that's the, is that the movie title then? Just Superman? I think that's great. Um, let's see, what do I know about this movie so far? Absolutely almost, well, maybe not almost nothing. Most of what the internet knows, I suppose. I've seen the photos released that people were either super excited about or not excited about. I am a Superman fan. That is not to say that I know a lot about Superman. I didn't grow up reading comics or anything like that. I didn't even really grow up watching a lot of like Superman cartoons. I had some. I just didn't really have access to them. So I did have a little bit. Like I had like they would release like a couple episodes like on DVD or VHS. But I never had access to like weekly like new episodes and stuff like that. I watched the Justice League animated series, not even the whole series. Again, I had a few DVDs with like a couple episodes on them. But anyways, Superman's always been, and he somehow continues to hold on to the top spot as being my favorite superhero till this day. I got obviously like almost everyone else thoroughly entrenched in the whole MCU excitement and hype during its heyday. It's kind of really sad to say now that its heyday has passed, but I think that's just the truth of it. But even then, I think Superman always still held up as my favorite superhero, even though I didn't feel that he was being done justice in much of the media. Like, I didn't like any of the Zack Snyder offerings, Superman or otherwise. Let's see. I haven't really watched any of the like more recent DC animated like movies. I don't know, they just feel a bit too, I don't know, they always feel a little bit too serious. Maybe I haven't given them enough of a chance. I'm definitely someone who found the whole Snyderverse thing a bit too unnecessarily dark. And I know a lot of people, as a rebuttal to that, would say, well, it doesn't need to be a carbon copy of Marvel. And I agree. But I think Superman's always been a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more for Boy Scout. So I don't see why we have to deviate from that just because Marvel was at the time doing a more lighthearted thing. I feel like they kind of shot themselves in the foot by like ceding that ground to Marvel. James Gunn being put in charge of, I don't think it's just Superman. I think it's all of the DC movies now at Warner Brothers. It doesn't make me like, I don't feel like he's going to be the savior. I mean, he could prove himself to be, but I'm not holding my breath basically. I'm just gonna, I guess I'm most excited that it just means that there's going to be a different take. Let's see if this take works as opposed to what they were kind of trying to force feed through with Snyder. I really loved when they first released like the suit. I don't really love like the logo, but I do like that they gave him his underwear back. I don't know. I just feel like if you can't make Superman work with his underwear, you can't make Superman work at all. Like I feel like you don't understand Superman enough to make him work if you feel the need to get rid of his exterior underwear. Because it's not the problem. That's not what's making him not fun to watch or hard to believe. So I just feel like you're already on the wrong path if that's one of the things that you're pursuing in Superman. Anyways, I'm really excited to see this. I saw a poster. I think it was a few days before this trailer came out. And it just had the words "look up," and it just felt so powerful. That would have been able to like carry me through to the release of the movie. But then I think just a few days later, you could just kind of feel the atmosphere on the internet change. And I realized that there had been a trailer drop, but I still haven't seen anything of it. So I'm super excited to see what this is going to look like. Let's see. To date, Brandon Routh is my favorite Superman just because, I don't know. I really love that movie. I know it didn't do as expected at the time it released, but I think it's a really solid film. I still haven't seen the Christopher Reeve Supermans, even though I hold them in high esteem, and they're on my list. One of these days I'll get to them. but I haven't seen them yet. Or at least the first one. I've heard not great things about the subsequent films. But anyways, let's get into this trailer, Superman. Oh. What happened to you? That's a solid Clark. Well, his hair is a bit Lego blocky, but I'm already liking. Interesting. She's Lois. Did I know this? No, I had no idea. She's not gonna be a bad Lois, but just not who I would have expected. Interesting that they went with the guitar. Are we calling a dog or something? We are calling a dog. Or not. Was that like a... You don't call something electronic with a whistle. No way did they include the dog. I have never watched anything with Superman's dog in it. The dog can get you home. That's useful. I love that. Okay, I didn't know anything about the casting. I'm just realizing. He's Luthor. Nice. Aww. I don't need the Hawk people. Okay. July. Amazing. Okay, let's... All right. Fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic. I don't know if I'll say I'm super excited. I'm excited for a new era of Superman. I don't feel the hype quite yet. Maybe it's just too far away for me to... It's probably a good thing. Yeah. We're a whole like 7, nearly 8 months away, so July the 11th. Right. Okay, so there was no dialogue here, so it was a lot of like clip shots. I didn't know Nicholas was Luthor. I think it could be a good match. Let's see, Lois, is that Rachel Brosnan? I don't know. Is that Miss Maisel? Marvelous Miss Maisel? And some other things she's been in as well, but I don't know. I wasn't expecting, I would not have thought of her in that role, but I think I enjoy her work, generally speaking, so that could be a good thing. I really like the shots of like the Daily Planet. That looked really good. I don't know anything about Superman's dog. Well, I know his name, Crypto. Outside of that movie, the animated film they made a few years ago, the Super Pets thing, where The Rock played Crypto. But yeah, I don't know anything like comics wise about Crypto. I'm also not like super into like movies with pets or like plot lines centered around pets. I don't have a pet. I've never had a pet. Don't care much about them. I mean, wish them no harm, but so we'll see. I'm hoping the dog doesn't take up too much shine in this movie because it's not at all what I'm interested in. There's a lot of extra characters. I noticed Mr. Terrific, and maybe that was all I noticed. I think there were a few more. Maybe the names are escaping me right now. I'm hoping this isn't, well, I don't know. I really want it centered on Superman. At the same time, it would be nice if we could get the ball rolling another superheroes without the whole um origin story, like for each of them, that gets really tedious. Um, at the same time, so I feel like when that's been tried in the past with Schneider, they still, or maybe not with Schneider, but I've seen in other places, in other times, like we don't. It's like they either do the origin story movie or they shoehorn the origin story into someone else's movie. And it's like we don't always need the origin story. Sometimes you could just like just give us the full fledged hero, and that's fine for now. If they pick up enough interest in Steam, then maybe we go back and look at their origin. But anyways, yeah. So I'm just hoping they don't spend too much time on Superman people storylines in this movie. I think he looks good. Well, the whole film, like just like color wise, it's fantastic. That's the most exciting part about all this. It's like I don't know what Snyder had against color, but man, I wonder if he would have done well in like the non-color era for movies. Maybe not. I also think he didn't use his like the whole like dark scheme thing. He didn't even like use it well or cleverly or interestingly. So that was like even more frustrating. But yeah, this movie looks fantastic. It's just beautiful. All the bright colors. I'm not used to Superman with the logo on his cape. I know I've always known that's a thing, but I'm just not used to it. I'll have to get used to it, I guess. I don't love the suit, I think. I mean, aside from being excited about him having his underwear back, his exterior underwear back. I don't really like the patterns on it. It looks very, I don't know what the word is, very like tactical, very Kevlar-ish. I don't know. I'm not loving the like the texture and the patterning of it, but whatever. His boots are an odd length. I don't know if they're an odd length. Maybe he just has like short femurs. Or like, is that the femur? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he has like shorter lower legs, so like the ratio's off. I don't know. I think his boots are a bit too high. And I don't think that matters that much. I just think, I don't know. It was a thing I noticed. I think I feel like I'm liking his Clark. I'm not sure yet. I'm just realizing there's like no dialogue in this trailer at all. Well, no, I'm not. I mentioned it earlier. Wow, what's wrong with me? Okay. There's no dialogue in this trailer, so you can't really get a good feel for I think you get a little bit of a better feel for his Superman as opposed to his Clark. I don't know. I feel like I liked him. His hair as Clark is a bit much. Like it feels a bit like put on helmet-ish. And it's oddly super curly. Is that odd or is it not? Is his hair more slicked back as Superman or as Clark? I never considered that. I loved right away there's the shot where he's like shielding this kid from some kind of a blast. I love that like personal interaction. I feel like that was something very much missing with Cavill Superman, unfortunately. He didn't feel very of the people, and I'm hoping that this one is more of that. I think Ralph Superman was, and possibly Reeves. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll be looking forward to that. Maybe I'll try to get that done before this movie comes out. I say that like it's not like 7 months away, but I have been trying to watch it for several years now and haven't found the time. Let's see. We'll also see some moments of like anger from him. He seems to be in trouble for some reason, like in trouble with like the public, and someone's throwing something at him, and he's having to just like bottle up his upset or anger or whatever. I don't know what's happening there, but yeah, I think this is probably going to be the last only trailer I'll be watching for Superman. Although this is a teaser trailer, maybe I'll watch the first one just to get some feel for the dialogue. I don't know. If I do watch it, it'll be here on the channel, and if I don't, it won't be. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm super excited for the potential of it, and just being like super different from what we've had previously from the DC um, Warner movies. Anyways, yeah, so that's it for me. That's the last of the trailers I'm watching for today. I think the last of the entire year because I'm going to be super busy as we're ramping up to the peak of the holiday season. I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yeah, I hope everyone has a good one. Thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you next time.